Today we try to do some examination about old master painting, especially in the portrait, how they did it. And as the portrait painter now, we want to find out, we always want to have the paint a portrait for clients, especially have them happy with the result and make them like the painting. And as we always receive the photo from client, and then we try to copy exactly how they look. And so a lot of time we don't receive very good resource, especially the painting to the photos so blurry and lighting is not that good. And we try to copy exactly. Yes, if you can do that, that's perfect. However, sometimes we want to make the painting look better. Make the client look and says, wow, it's beautiful. So today, just for fun, we try I'm going to look through a couple of old portraits from old master and look at that and just have fun, explore why they did back then, what exactly they went through their mind when they create the portraits, just for fun. This is my period, my opinion, and whatever I'm saying right here is not the setting stone. It's always can be changed, as well as some of you might not agree what it look like, what I'm saying right now, but I respect that, but this is just for fun. All right, just follow me here if you want to. What I did is I just go through Google and search for like old master painting portraits, especially for section today we talk about the small portraits with the face only, and which is a lot client wanted to paint their loved one, which is the face, and very simple background. So let's talk about that. So for instance, here's a couple examples I found, and like this one, I don't know from whom, but I just look through it and says, okay, that's cool, and bring it in here. And this one, some of them very blurry, some very good. Doesn't matter if we talk about more stuff, simple stuff, not okay. So first, let's dive in this one. Look at the painting right here, and I want to talk to you about what makes this painting look nice and why the painter did what, and what made this, and sometimes I'll also talk about why he didn't do this, why he didn't do that. Hopefully that will it will have some idea for us when we have customer paint portrait for someone else, and to do something like that. For instance, this one right here, basically the proportion of the painting is focused on the face. So as you can see, the face basically cover most of the section is from here. You can see that focus in here. The face can be bigger. However, look like he didn't do the face very big from this area here. You see, from that chin and chest, because that would be too close. Also, this painting I found online maybe have been cropped or something, but if I paint the portrait of someone like this, is the proportion between the body as well to the head. This will proportion I would place the head between the chin and the top of the head around this section right here. From between right here and down here is the body. I can go further down a little bit, but I won't want to go further too big in there, and then the face will be like that, and that'd be very, very too close. And you guys already know about that, but all right. So let's talk about this painting. I believe the author used the light model, and he posed the model the way he wanted back then, and he wanted to cap like a 3/4 view, and the girl looked straight from this direction out. From there, as the shoulder actually tilt the same way to support that, and then that's how he did it. When we have the photo from client, sometimes it's not the way one is. But if this is the proportion like this, the photo we provides it look like that. This colors, maybe the hand might be longer, maybe something like that. But that I would do follow this kind of style. This painting appears very bright. Even majority of the color in here is dark. The reason why it does like that because the strongest of the focus on the face. When he did that, he want the audience look at in here and have the eyes directly her face right away before anything else. That's why he focused the brightest color in the face, which is mostly we should do for the portrait painting. And the background, yeah, so a lot of people when they paint the portraits, they focus on the face, and then they said by the time they do the background, a lot of people said, oh, okay, how I'm gonna do background, and should I follow a copy exactly based on the photo they do it? Unfortunately, in photo, there's a lot of thing in the background, a lot of detail in there, and you don't want to copy everything from background. The reason because you want the painting is to simplify the painting and make it focus on the face. You add a lot of detail right here, and then your eye kind of like spread it out, and you don't focus on that. As in this painting right here, the client, the author just focus on face and make the color in the back very simple. That's for this painting. Let's go back to another painting. Look at like this one. This one is the same. The face a little bit smaller compared with the other one. Maybe it's maybe been cropped or something like that. But the proportion will be that fine with the painting. The head will be around this, but here the body have room for the body and the detail in them. And again, as you can see, a bright color in the face right here and focus in the face. This one here, and also the dark on this side. All right. The background is very dark, and majority of the old master painting, Renaissance further, Baroque, anything further down, they use a lot of dark color in background, and they have the face really bright, which is make the face really pop out. This one still, I believe, still kind of a sketching, but even a sketch, you still focus on the fundamental of that. It's like bright in face and fade out in the different area. Like this one, the background is very dark. However, the author add a little bit bright. The background, the main thing for background of the painting is to support the main subjects. So you don't want to create background and fight with object and make the objects not like main focus. So always think about that. So a lot of people ask, okay, what kind of background should I add? And if you have the photo provided by client and you want to copy that, yes, you can copy that. However, keep in mind the background always is the secondary, and that's whatever you put in there to support the portrait itself. For instance, like this one right here, you see the reason why he put this thing dark right here, put right here, and a little bit brighter right here. The gradient in the background, everything here he put in there had purpose. It's not like randomly. He put right here bright right there. The reason he put right there because the face right here dark right here, and he want to make this one to identify the shape, the color as well as the jawbone right here, and along with the line of the border of the hair as well over here. So that's why he put the bright right here. However, he didn't put right here. The reason, because he want to blend this one into here and to make this one focus pop out. So if you put, for instance, if you put right here bright right here, and then you can see the whole line right here, it won't make this one pop out right away. So he blend this one into, make it disappear, and have this one pop out. Let's make it over here the same. This one pop. He have the difference between the background and the hair right here. However, still a little bit blend softer than over here. Because if you don't want, if he make the whole thing here gradually, the whole thing area here the same value, and then the head pop out like really pop out too much, and then make the whole body doesn't actually blending around it. So when I was at school, what I learned that is that the background is the idea you paint the air around the subject. So sometimes you have the ball right here, it's like kind of a swallow into each other, and you make that like air thick over here. It feel like part of this air, and then it's you don't see together, and some area you pop out, make it out, and make them more interesting. Okay. All right, let's see what next one. This one, okay, this one is not very clean, very clear, high res, but anyhow, it will have enough to explore that. For this painting, you see the background very, very dark right here. Only on focus on the face and a little bit the hand right here. Why he put the hand right here to balance with the face a little bit. So the face over here, one section right here, if you make the whole thing here is dark, let's say right here, you can do that. But if that's the case, and then the proportion right here a little bit too bright in that corner right here, and there's nothing over here, you need to balance a little bit. So that's why the painter add bright value and using the hand right here to support that. So the model had the hand right here. Of course, when you look at the model, there's a lot of stuff right here. The shoulder, you can see that, as well as the hand right here. But he dim it out, and he just focus on right here and make it simplify that. This one is the painting of this one a little bit different from the other one because there's more than just the face. But anyway, I bring it down here anyway. The reason is I want to explain why the painting look is very nice like this. Well, the painting is the portrait is not just the face, the body. There's also the half the body as well, the detail right here, right? And again, he focused on the section he wanted to show, which means the body as well as the face. Everything bright right here, and background dark. Background dark, everything dark right here. So when you look at it, all the eye leads into that, right? Let's say you had painting, you had a portrait of some photo of someone sent to you, say, okay, I would like to have this photo painted. And modern day, a lot of people using photo, the camera take a picture, and there's a lot of things around that. It's not just the I would think the photo you provide could be a lot of bright right here, light right here, not just dark like that, and the background would be like a ton of detail around here, right? So when you look at that, said, how do I paint a painting? You can go ahead and paint. Like exactly you see that's fine. But if you want to adjust a little bit and make it painting more interesting, that make your client way be happier, right? And also make more nicer portrait painting. So what again, if this one repeat exactly like we were talking about this, the background is very simple, secondary supported. In this case, it's very dark. Of course, there's nothing in there. Focus on here. But let's say you have your photo like that. You paint everything in the back here, right? But you can dim it out and let's make it more not detailed. The value of this bright over here, maybe the sky over here brighter and things like that. There's a bright in photo, but I would not do that, and then I would focus let the value on the face is more than that. So it's when you look at the painting, okay, your audience, I will go in this area instead of like spread it out everywhere because the bright thing, a bright thing. Okay, hold on. I think I just move. Okay, yes, like that. All right, so let's go back and talk about this one. See, when couple things, let's see, couple things right here. When you look right here, said that one thing I noticed that when the author painted his painting, he have the model put in there, but because lighting in old painting is created by artists. right? He probably have some window shine through from the direction as well. And in real life, there's a lot of stuff right here, in the back here, but he didn't pay attention. He paint what he vision in his mind. So look at see right here. You can see this bounce line right here, right? It's on his mind. It's no real thing in there, because in real life, the bounding is not exactly like that. So sometimes when you paint is you follow the photo. Yes, you should follow the photo exactly. But sometimes, in order to make the painting look more attractive, you understand you can create a little bit your own color, lighting the way you want and make it more interesting. But it had to be real. It had to be look believable. And sometimes that's the way you want to make it. Look at the painting here. There's no such thing in here is real light can create this light. For instance, right here, you can see there's no such thing. This light right here can be. However, the author put the light right here. Why he put the light right there? Because he wants to emphasize the shape right here, right? Without that, you don't see it much. Without that, you don't see it much. And also, he want to bring a little bit bright here to balance, because the whole thing in here, left side from this side, is dark, and he want to put a little bit right here. That's what I believe. That's why the author did that. See, sometimes, just want to show you, sometimes you can create your value in the painting without look like photo. Look at the photo and to support your composition, support your color. This is all right. The next one, this is a sketch from this. I believe is a sketch. The sketch, yes. And again, the same. We focus with the face. If you paint a photo of someone like this, right? The kind of like get a photo and want to paint a photo. It's called the face cover about from here to here, and the rest of here. You don't want too big again, and this one you don't want the top of head too close to the border. Yeah, something like that. On this one, again, focus on here, but I believe when he did sketch this finished, I believe when he finished, probably he had this value over here, this hand. Almost similar with the value right here. The reason he did that because he need to bring the value over here, just like this one right here, just like this. Kind of the idea like that. You can't just have the whole thing black like that, right? Dark like that, and then one tiny over here. Let me go back. The whole thing dark like that, and tiny over here, painting right here, and bright, and there's nothing over here. You need to drag this light out here something, but don't have the same space as this one over here. Just tiny little bit, so to get the balance. That all right. So in this one, he haven't finished it yet, the sketch, but I believe he planned to have this shoulder over here, little bit of reflection of the light from here, and because the brown and dark color of cloth will be a little bit glow, not much, but the hand a little bit brighter, and the skin tone will be over here a little bit, right? The background, he uses it pretty simple. Plan to have very simple, and plan to have glowing hair right here, and over here is the border between the hair and this one bright, but over here will be darker, right? Dark over here. Reason he did darker over here because he wanted the eye focus over here more, because if you have the value light right here and the eye will be going here, it's not focused on here. Just a little bit tight here to balance and to break it out. All right, this one is, I think, finished. Even he left a lot of loose brush. Again, the face really pop out, and this make me like, okay, there's a big window up there, up here, shine director in this one, and the background is very simple, nothing. So if you don't draw painting a photo of someone, and if you decide not to draw the background and make it simple, yes, just make a simple color back right here, right? However, along the border of the body, you have to pay attention what is the color of the background to support the shape of this body, right? That's it. That's background. Just nothing more. Just support of the object. So let in this one simple. See, he blend this ear almost the same with this one, and over here in the corner right here. Over here had a dark, right? Because the face is really bright and he wanted contrast. Over here dark. Imagine this one if he add bright color. If he put this one as a bright color, and then the face over here is not popping out at, it would be like right now. Because your eyes will kind of like spread it out, not focus on this area here. See, that's how he did it. Another thing, see right here, he in terms of color, all background color, he add brown right here. He had a bit brighter in compared with the rest in that corner right here. Why? The reason we want is he want to bring a little bit value from here to here. If the whole thing here black, dark, black, and then the whole thing is too much focus in here and not enough out here. So that make it like, okay, it's like you had to have some kind of balance. Even you have bright right here, but you need to have some kind of balance there. And also look, I don't want this one to be cropped, but if this one he add a little bit of warm color to balance with the whole thing up here, it kind of like warmish and cold here, and over here he add a little bit tiny right here to balance it up. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. That's why he add right there. Maybe bigger part of the sofa. Maybe there's a crop of the bigger painting and the cup he's sitting on the sofa, and the author decide to add warm color because he want to bring the over here. Over here, there's a lot of warm color up here, and he add right here a little bit. Add right here over here sitting on a warm color sofa. All right. Well, one other thing I want to say is look at the old master painting. There's a lot of portrait in the view, basically dark background, very dark, and then really bright face. It's like majority like that. And you say, well, what if my photos like come up with bright color? And in your photo come with bright color, yes, and then you should paint color background a little bit warm, bright. The reason why, because the color of the subjects, the face, the hand, or whatever that, reflect a lot of the light surround the subject. So when someone took the photo of that person standing on a bright day, the color on here, it reflects a lot. And then let's say you paint this exactly in photo, right? And then you dump the space and background with a very dark color. You have to work very careful to make the background to support with what you already paint right here, or what value the photo, because if you want to change that, we have changed the value in photo, and which is that require a lot of work to make it look like a photo you got provided. So to do that, you should follow whatever the photo have. You should, but I mean sometimes you can do differently, but you follow, it's bright, you can make the majority bright. But in order to do that, you follow how this principle is like, okay, this dark right here, this dark right here, they blend together. Like this one right here, right? The dark environment right here and the background dark, and they blend together. But your photo, you can't. So how can you blend it dark with, because your bright background bright? Okay, still, as I said, it's not always. The majority, yes, really dark background in old master painting, but not always. Some scenario they use bright. Like for instance, this one I found this right here. Well, look at that background is very bright, right? Well, when he had the bright in the back right here, the color very bright in the background, the subject of the photo is in the bright environment, just like your photo, right? So, and for instance, right here, the bright arrow here, reflection, if she's standing in a dark environment, her skin tone right here will be different. Her glow right here will be different. So if you have this one, the whole thing here, color photo, exact like photo, bright like that, right? And then the environment will be dark. That means the color value here will be different. You can't do that. So if you already follow the photo, paint like that, in that case, the environment should be similar with the photo. So the background will be bright because the environment bright will be the matching the value like that. However, keep in mind that there's a couple of things in here. The author, when paint this one, he pay attention. He also still using the principle is that make the environment around here, background, support the subject. So let's say right here, he have the whole thing here, border here, exactly pointed out. However, when you look closer, he have some actually follow the principle is make it environment is blending to the object. Let's say you see a cone right here, very blending in here, and you see that cone right here, tiny right here. He have that. It's kind of like blend together over here as well, right here. And the value, if you see the value up here, it matching the same thing. If I turn this photo into the black and white color, the value of this one matching together, so you don't see that much contrast. All right. Let's say here's another example. The same author right here, painting. See, it's the environment of this painting. The photo, and I'm sorry, the girl standing in bright color, okay, daylight color, but he paint the black background. So when he paint the background, what he need to do is change the value here, matching it, because if he keep the same thing, and then that will be contrast, and it won't be. Look at that right now here. What he did is he didn't focus on the face. He focused brightness in the shoulder right here, right? So when the player looking here, when the author looking here, the eye can go in here. However, still lead the eye go back to the second one in the eyes right here. And what he did is look at the nose. He add color right here to balance this, to make interesting along up here, like that, to balance that. And because the background dark, that when he decided to paint background dark, that affect the object. So see the value of this one change. The value of this one change right here. And the value of this one change. He add dark right here to make the thing blend together and make the face pop out a little bit. So that's it. That's how you. So if you have the photo and you paint, and after that you decide, okay, I want to make the background dark. You have alter the object value in the face, skin especially, to accommodate with the background. Or you can do with a lot of you paint background variety color, and then you can go along with the border and decide, okay, this brighter, this darker, something like that. All right, have a little bit fun looking at old master, how they did the painting, how they draw it, how we paint it, what they do it, why, and hopefully when you paint your custom portrait for someone else, majority follow exactly the painting look, the photo, but a lot of time we have a little bit freedom to create the background. Either you can follow exactly the photo, or you can leave it, alter it to support the face of the portrait to make it more pop out, make more interesting, and lead the eye to the face where you want to do that. So that's it for today. We will have different sections about explore how composition and further with the photo portraits with the whole body, and we talk about how the old master achieved the skin tone, which is a lot of people ask that how can I paint a very nice skin tone, what should I do to make that happen. And there's many things we can talk about old master painting, and hopefully we can learn from that together. All right. I would love you to subscribe on my channel, as well as the become a friend on my Facebook. So next time we can talk more about more subjects. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.